Why do you have to press the clutch to shift gears in a manual transmission car? And how do automatic car drivers simply get rid of the clutch for a smooth driving experience? To understand that, you have to know how a clutch really works. Let's get started. First, let's know what a clutch is. A clutch is an essential mechanical device in cars, particularly those with manual transmissions. It serves to connect and disconnect the engine from the wheels, enabling the driver to change gears smoothly. In simpler terms, the clutch acts as a bridge between the engine and the wheels, facilitating seamless gear shifts without causing damage to the vehicle. Now, let's understand how a clutch works. But to understand that, it's important to understand its main components and their functions. The clutch pedal is the first component, positioned to the left of the brake pedal, which the driver presses with their foot. The clutch plate, or disc, is a friction plate that connects to the flywheel on one side and the transmission on the other. The flywheel, a heavy disc attached to the engine's crankshaft, spins with the engine. The pressure plate applies pressure to the clutch plate, keeping it engaged with the flywheel. The release bearing, or throwout bearing, pushes against the pressure plate when the clutch pedal is pressed, releasing the clutch plate. Lastly, the transmission houses the gears that transfer power from the engine to the wheels. Let's make it simpler and see what happens when you press the clutch pedal. The process begins when you press the clutch pedal, moving the release bearing. This action causes the release bearing to push the pressure plate away from the clutch plate, disengaging it from the flywheel. This disengagement interrupts the power flow from the engine to the transmission, allowing the engine to spin independently of the wheels. In other words, we press the clutch to disengage it from the engine so we can shift the gear meanwhile. With the clutch plate disengaged, you can change gears smoothly since the transmission isn't receiving power, preventing gear grinding. Once the desired gear is selected, releasing the clutch pedal pulls back the release bearing, allowing the pressure plate to press the clutch plate against the flywheel again. This reestablishes the connection between the engine and the transmission, enabling the car to move. But why do we have to press the clutch to shift gears? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more educational videos on mechanisms, how things really work, and what they are, explained in the simplest way possible. Let's continue now. Pressing the clutch to shift gears is crucial for several reasons. Firstly, it prevents gear damage by avoiding the clash and grind that would occur if gears were changed without disengaging the clutch. Secondly, the clutch ensures a smooth transition between gears by temporarily disconnecting the engine from the transmission. Lastly, it provides the driver with control over the power delivery from the engine to the wheels, ensuring smooth changes in speed and direction. But how do automatic transmissions work without a clutch pedal? Automatic cars don't have a clutch pedal like manual cars do. Instead, they use a special part called a torque converter. This converter connects the engine to the transmission using fluid. This lets the engine keep running smoothly, even when the car stops. Inside the automatic transmission, there are gears that automatically change depending on how fast you are driving and how hard you press the gas pedal. It's like having a special set of gears that know when to switch without you needing to do anything. There's also a system that uses fluid to help control these gears. This fluid pressure inside the transmission helps move different parts around to shift gears smoothly. It's all managed by a computer that tells the transmission what to do based on how you are driving. What do you think? Does a clutch make the driving experience better, giving you more control, or is it better to just not have a clutch and get an automatic car? In the comment section right below, share your thoughts on what happens if you try to shift gears without pressing the clutch. Do you want to watch more videos like this one, where we explain complex processes and functions in the simplest and most logical ways? If so, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on machines, mechanisms, and how complex things work. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.